What's up, everybody? Derek here. I've been getting a bunch of stuff done on the truck. Today, in this video, I'm going to show you how to install the BuiltRight Industries dash mount, which is this guy right here. I'm going to use it to mount a couple RAM mounts under the top of my dash for radio and an iPod for when I'm out adventuring. Pretty easy job to do. BuiltRight's a great company. I know I've got another video of some of their stuff that I did. And this mount will work for 2009 to 2014 F150s and the Raptors. Alright guys, we're up here in the truck now. First thing you're going to do is pull this little rubber pad out. Just get a fingernail underneath it. Pops right up. And then there's a screw here and a screw there. 7mm heads on them. We're just going to go ahead and loosen those up. Alright, get those off. Just set them to the side. And then the tray just pulls up and forward like that. If you have a speaker, make sure you disconnect it. To that, you just push it on that tab, pull it out. And the tray's free. Alright, so you have two options. You can leave the rubber mat in and just kind of cut holes where you're going to be running your screws through, or you can leave them out. I'm just going to leave it out. What we're going to do is we're going to line this up, and these two screws that came with the kit, we're going to run these through and just get them started in the truck. And then we're going to come down here and mark our holes, which is hard to see, but they're right inside there. We're going to mark them with a marker, something sharp, whatever you got. It's kind of hard to get in there. Alright guys, so we're just going to set the tray in here. There's a little lip on the front of it. And then drop it in. We're going to set our mount on top with those screws and just kind of get them started. Now you want to make sure everything is straight. Obviously you don't want your dash mount to be crooked to start with. And I'm just going to use this pick tool and scribe in those holes so I know where I need to drill. Let's see if the marks showed up or not. So you can kind of see right there, there's a circle. They're hard to see, but definitely scratched them. Alright, now that I know where my holes need to go, I'm going to just take a center punch tool and punch this center. If you just have a punch or something sharp, you can just set it in there and tap it with a hammer. So then you're going to take your drill and a really small drill bit just to get started and drill the holes. Make sure it's centered on the punch marks that you made. Drill them both out. It's just plastic, so it doesn't take much. And then you're going to go to a 1/4 inch drill bit. And in those holes again. There we go. go. Now the tray is ready for the dash mount. Alright guys, before I mount the dash mount to my tray, I'm going to get my ram mounts on here. Super straightforward. I know Ram sells kits of hardware. I would recommend getting lock nuts of some kind, not just these plain ones. So I'm going to put Loctite on them. But pretty simple, just figure out where you want them, run your bolts through, tighten everything down. The hardware, if you don't buy the ram mount hardware, is 10 by 24 screws and obviously nuts and washers. So I'm going to get all these mounted and we'll move on. Okay guys, see I got them all mounted up. Obviously there's different, you can put them anywhere you want on this thing. I mean you could probably get 3 or 4 on here if you use the skinnier ones. They're like an oval instead of a big circle. I'm only mounting 2 things up there, so this is the way I went. Phillips head screwdriver and a 3/8 ratchet is what I used to tighten all that up. Obviously you can do this in the truck. It's just a lot easier to do it while everything's apart and outside. Next we're going to get the mount hooked up to the tray. To do that, just run your bolts, your front bolts in those, drop them in those holes that you drilled, and then you're going to get your washer on there and get your nuts started on both of them. So the Allen screws that come with it are at 1/8 millimeter and the nut is a 3/8. Just snug them up. I actually want the tray to move just a little bit so I can get all my holes lined up. Okay guys, you can see I got it all in. Just tighten up those screws on the mount going to the tray. Set the tray in. Make sure you connect your speaker if you've got one. And if you can, use the short screws that came with it. I have to use the long screws on this one. Not quite sure why, but not a big deal. That's why they're there. So as you can see guys, super easy job. Anybody's capable of this one. If you don't have a drill, borrow one from your buddy, your coworker, your dad, uncle, grandpa. Someone's got one. Just a couple other hand tools is really all you need. So hope you guys liked the video. Subscribe to the channel, helps us out quite a bit. Share with your friends, leave us comments and questions if you have any. Make sure you take a minute out of your day to do some maintenance. Thanks guys.